Alright, good morning, y'all. So, you guys have been asking me in the spirit, how was I able to, manage to feel like I have control over these, other sides of ourselves, I'll just say. So, essentially, the way I'm looking at this is if it's an astral projection, and the astral projection is simply conscience, then any time that I can reach and touch your conscience, what I'm doing is actually reaching and touching your astral projection. Because essentially consciousness doesn't belong to man. Consciousness belongs to essentially existence. So not only am I conscious, but existence outside is conscience. And this conscious aspects of me live inside of me. My conscience right now is currently existing in me. It's different from my presence. My presence is one version where my conscience comes out of. It expands out into, So if my presence is hovering over me, put it like this, my seed form, the beginning of me, think of me like a tree. My seed's back there. You're looking at my roots and you're looking at my branches, So in this astral projection capacity of understanding humans' capabilities, my conscience is my astral projection. So with my conscience being my astral projection, essentially, if my presence sends my astral projection, and then another presence happens to send its astral projection, then there's two consciousness thus battling inside the body for control over which directive the body will obey, because basically it activates two forces. It's like your inside walls start pushing out and your outside walls start pushing in. So once these forces awaken inside of your body, all of a sudden you don't feel like a normal person anymore. Now you vary in your equilibrium. Now you're more tuned into your equilibrium. Now you're more present. Present brings your equilibrium into the equation. When you're conscious, no, you're just conscious, You're grounded by something else and you could go conscious all you want, But when you are present, your conscience has to stay right here and right in between your two eyes, Or else you make room for the other conscience and now your body starts to receive multiple signals that then cause fear or shaking in the body, because you have two consciences trying to instruct your body, So you're like, why am I feeling like this, And it's because one part of you is inside of you, a force pushing out, and it's gravitating naturally. And then there's another force adding gravity, bringing its additional gravity, thus creating forces. It's like putting your hands together like this and pushing against both of them hard, but also relaxing your arms, And these two forces, eventually coincide, They're inside and they work in tandem. But when you don't know about what the aspects of that are, then all of a sudden you're like, what am I going? What am I doing? And so this is what I woke up to this morning again, like every day. Something that just reminds me, hey, we once were one. And and apparently whatever this did had caused it to be said that way, because we still are one. But essentially you guys want some cause or effect to some effect. So that apparently covers that. So if you guys found this video helpful, another thing I'll tell you guys, if you guys ever get lightheaded or don't really feel like you guys are grounded, that's the astral projection. That's what it comes to do. It shows up to what you guys interpret as grounding interruption, and it's not grounding interruption. It just means like, if you guys ever felt in that mode, almost like if someone just pushed me, like I'm just gonna fall, or someone just pushed me, I'm just gonna float off the planet, or if I just took one wrong step, I might find that I see myself levitating and I'm gonna be more afraid, some crazy stuff like that. Like, that's the whole point, is enjoy your life, enjoy yourself. Enjoy your perspectives. You're the showman to yourself. You're the one putting this entertainment on for you. So recognize it. Understand it. We've all been in it. So now that we know it better, life should work that much more better. So that's all we can do. Just keep pushing forward. Thanks for you guys' time. Hope you guys have a good morning, and I look forward to talking to y'all later. My rhythm on. Yeah, let me get it back in tune first. my astral projection was just there waiting to take me out, you know? I mean, think about it, dude. If it's just my conscience thinking, then I'll be the one to get in trouble, you know? Because I'll be the one to take whatever it is that happens to me to the, you know, the grave, essentially, you know? Because, I mean, it won't really matter who or what put what into it, you know? By then, too late, dog. That's mine. Bye-bye. You know? So, my rhythm. I see what they're doing is they're attacking the ideas and my beliefs that are coming out of my mouth. That's when my rhythm is off. You know, the things that I'm speaking right now, they're looking at it as avenues and ways for themselves to find themselves being seen and recognized in the present. You know? So it's like I'm present, and in my presence, I'm observing what my conscience is observing, because my conscience is the world where these things live, you know? I'm conscious. I'm just like those things. I'm not any better or any worse. I'm just more tuned in where it is that they'd rather me not be more tuned in, and so on and so forth, you know? So it's all rhythm. Like this morning, I woke up, the first thing I said is, I'm gonna go for a run. And then I had someone contradicted. You're leaving? No, I'm gonna go do whatever I need to do today, and I'm gonna do it everywhere and as many places as I can do it, so I can say I lived big today. And then I had to feel like I shut somebody down because somebody, you know, was driving her, or driving it, or driving there, or driving conversations to that, you know, or driving him. I mean, it doesn't even really matter, you know. He, him, her, I, them, we, us, you know. I mean, evolution, you're probably everything and just don't even realize it, you know. Just trying to be picky, you know. So you guys got to let go of identity, essentially, you know, to some degree. Be present. See the rhythm? You guys feel the body's alignment? Am I sitting up tall, or am I still, like, I don't realize somebody has shrunken me. I don't see. Wait, I'm not shrunk. I just grow. You know? And so there is, and then there's also the shoulder side of it, where you got to feel your upper body alive and awake. So you got to kind of do this thing, you know, make sure that you feel like all your muscles are loose and you're not all caught in tension, you know. But lift up your shoulders and always remember that you have to be able to do the old dances. The old ways have returned. And that's what they're here to remind us, you know. You have to awaken. So this is part of the ways to awaken, y'all. You know, always just, you know, throwing your weight, your equilibrium into a state of test. Watching and observing how two forces, you know, gather together and work together. Because that's what they are, two forces in your body. You know, your soul, your body, your mind. However it is that they draw those mental maps for y'all. You know? Oh, You have to be intentional. So earlier when I started making these videos, I was thinking about how to fight with these things. And I was like, what's the purest form of my conscience? And then I realized it was intention. You know? So all I got to do to fight anything is hold an intention. You know, if I hold it good, study how it could become bad. If I hold it bad, watch and observe all the ways that they approach it from points of views and points that are good. You know? So you can learn something. Hey, well, thanks for you guys' time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna let y'all guys go because I gotta get back to my moment and figuring some stuff out, or maybe just my conscience again trying to drive me. You know, I'll let you guys know. Usually they always bring me back to make another video anyway. So, you know, talk to y'all later and have a good day.